This week we've been working on cool mix and match quilting blocks. They're called Halloween mirror blocks, and I just love them. So once you get them stitched out, then what? I am going to show you guys how to stitch them together my way. I'm not a sewist by any means, but I think they look great. Hey everybody, and welcome back. My name is Sue and I am from OML Embroidery, and today we're going to do some sewing, some fiddly work I call it, and we're going to put these blocks together. Now, the first thing that's important is to put the blocks in the way that they're going to go and match up. You know, on this one it's a center line, but if there's any satin stitches or anything, make sure that all works. And then what I do is I go to the edges. Now, when we stitch these out, we get some nice guidelines that we're going to use. And what I'm doing here, I know it's hard to see on the black one, but I'm matching them up. It's a nice L shape in the corner, and I'm matching up the lines that I can see. And you want them to match going down and going across as well on the corners. And take your time doing this. Take as much time as you need. The better you do this, the better it's going to look. So I do one side and then I do the other side. And on here, you can see the lines that I'm matching up on the orange. The other one you can't really see because I used black. So it is helpful to use thread colors that you can actually see. So take your time, really seriously take your time. There may be an easier way of doing it, but this is how I've been able to get precision results. Now, I am paying attention down to the sides, which we are not going to be sewing today, but it helps you get the block straight. So I'm just double checking here to see if the block is straight, and I'm not actually happy with the perfection of it. So I'm going to start that side all over again. It's worth it for a few minutes to figure it out rather than ripping it out. And I will say that I do, if it's not lined up, I do rip it out. There's been some designs that are more difficult for whatever reason, I guess because I'm not experienced in sewing, that I've done it 3 or 4 times until I get it right. There is no point doing absolutely gorgeous blocks and then sewing them together mismatched. So I put an effort into it. So I'm trying again to match the corners and match up and down as well. So once I get this corner that I like it, I'm going to go back to the middle, and hopefully the middle is going to be right in line, and it is. It's fantastic. So I'm going to place another pin there. Pin everything really well. It helps to keep it from moving, and you don't want it to move. So in between the corners and the middle, I double check everything to make sure the lines match up again. And you may have to do just a little bit of fiddling to make it perfect. That's what I'm doing here, just kind of looking and pushing it together. Add another pin. I'd like to say too, I do use pins instead of clips because I find it holds a lot better, and sometimes I kind of bang it around when I'm taking it to my machine. The clips fall off and then you have to start again. So I'm double, triple, quadruple checking everything because I want it to be good. So what I'm going to do now is take it to the machine, and we're going to sew from top to the bottom. And the key to the Anita Goodesign files is that there's 2 lines for you to sew in between. Now I'm using a stitch in the ditch foot, and you can see exactly where I'm sewing, and I'm going slow because of the camera is completely in my way, and also because I'm still learning how to do this. So in between the squaring block for the backing and the initial outline, and it's a lot easier to do it this way. And I find I get really good results because I already have a guide for me to do it. So it makes it a whole lot easier. So once you're done sewing it, I take all the pins out because sometimes I pin down the sides, and I double check, and look, I did a pretty good job. I'm really happy with that. I check the sides to make sure the lines go straight up and down, And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So I think I did a good job of that. Now I am going to prep our last block. Boop, we did a video on him. I really like him. And one of the keys to getting a really good stitch, take a ruler and cut, square up, I guess, cut down or square up your block so it's even on each edge. So whatever you want it to be, I should probably leave a little bit more. I for some reason like to do them short. I have no idea why. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. I'm just going to cut each edge with a ruler. I'm using the cool Sweet Pea rulers, but you can use any rulers for this. Also, take your time to, do this part properly because it really helps with the sewing to help everything line up. So that's how I do it. And then I lay it out because some of these quilts get a little complicated and I have sewn the wrong ones together or sewn one upside down. So that's why I'm double checking on that. Leave me a note in the comments if you guys have ever done that. It's frustrating. I've done it more than once, but do what you gotta do. So here I am lining up. I start with one edge and I usually pin it down low so I can double check on everything. And then I'm gonna go to the right side. And again, it's a little bit hard for you guys to see. I'm trying to get it closer, but you still can't see it. So I'm just matching up the corner. Another way you could do this is take a pin and put the pin through the corner on the black one, right in the corner. I'm laughing at myself there. I apparently appliqued a piece on the back and I thought that was impressive. But take a pin and put it through the corners and then pin it, and that should help. So I've done each side and now I'm doing the middle because that is the part that's going to show. So take your time on this part. We want it to connect properly. So I'm going to match that up. There we go. And put another pin in. And then I'm probably going to double check everything. And I am, yes, that's why I put the pins down low so I could just double check to make sure it's all even in and perfectly aligned because that's what we want. I had a lot of fun stitching out these designs and getting them sewn together wasn't as bad for whatever reason. Some of them I just find impossible, but practice makes perfect. So I just keep going on it. I keep trying. And if it's not how I want it to be, simply rip it out and start again. Because you only do one line and you double check, you can rip it out and start again and it won't take you any time at all. So again, when I'm stitching it, I am stitching between the lines. So the squaring stitch for the batting and the initial stitch, I'm sewing right in between there. And with the right foot, it makes it a whole lot easier. So really, I don't end up doing too badly on this, and it looks really good when I'm done. I think all the groovy lines in it just kind of make the whole thing complete. So take your pins out, have a little look, and see what you think. And yeah, wow, I'm really happy with that. I didn't do it too badly. So I'm going to finish this up. And I'm going to put the edges around it and do different things. So hopefully that helps you guys out with sewing. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!